Hey guys, I apologize for that video cut out on me. So this will be segment 2 of the free agency trades and buyouts episode. All right, I was discussing Christian Dvorak as a possible trade this summer. A guy that there were rumors about trades going on at the trade deadline. Didn't really happen. I wasn't expecting that to happen, to be honest. I thought he was at least here to stay to finish out the season. He does have 2 years left on his deal, $4.5 million hit. It would be interesting. It is an interesting discussion in that we have Jake Evans, Christian Dvorak, Kirby Dach, Nick Suzuki all locked up on contracts right now as is at the center position. We have prospects like Owen Beck coming up, Pierre-Luc Dubois, conversations, if not this summer, obviously next summer when he is an unrestricted free agent. And at some point, Christian Dvorak is going to have to be moved. He's detail-oriented, board work, really good defensive centerman. He does a lot of the little things in the details of the game really well to allow for more extended puck possession. Big body, good around the net. But I think it's either Sean Monahan or Christian Dvorak that's going to end up leaving this summer. One or the other, if not both. Sean Monahan's more of a, similar player to Christian Dvorak on the defensive side of the game. He has some defensive assets to be a shutdown centerman, but he also has puck possession, playmaking, offensive facilitator type of style to his play more than Christian Dvorak does. So I personally would rather keep Monahan and let Dvorak go. But if it is too much of a risk with Monahan's injury, it's not the end of the world if you keep Christian Dvorak. He is a solid, stable presence defensively as a centerman. But either way, I think he eventually is going to have to leave one way or another. So if a trade doesn't get done this summer, I would say most likely by the end of next season he's gone. With the trajectory of the team, like I just said, not to repeat myself, but the young prospects coming in. If we draft a center, if we want to keep Monahan, if Dubois ends up coming along, he's going to have to eventually leave. So that's that. And then another interesting little discussion, Armia and Hoffman. If not trades, because I don't think really... I don't really think you could get a trade out of Hoffman or Armia, to be honest. I think they'd be more in the buyout category. I mean, if teams are interested, in the trade for for Armia or Hoffman, it would have been done at the deadline, I think. And it'd be more in the buyout section. Armia, $3.4 million hit. He's not an unrestricted free agent until 2025, so we have him for 2 more seasons. Hoffman's an unrestricted free agent after next season, 2024, and he has a $4.5 million hit. If you had to pick one of the two to buy out, if you could buy them out with their contracts, I know a lot of people probably would disagree with me, but I would say it's Mike Hoffman. You buy out his contract because at least Yoel Armia contributes more on 5-on-5 play and has more value at 5-on-5 play than Mike Hoffman does. Right? Mike Hoffman is that power play specialist, the play finisher on the power play with his snipe. He's supposed to be putting pucks in the back and in, but he's really not as... they're both not really involved at times, but at least Armia seems to be a little bit more involved 5-on-5 than Hoffman is. And, he does have that wicked shot in space. He does play the boards really well. He's really strong in protecting the puck and creating space for himself and others with shielding the puck and being able to just drive through. Hoffman doesn't have that to his game. Hoffman just looks, when he's not on the power play a lot of times, or he's not in the soft areas of the ice, he just looks at times a lot more disengaged than Armia is, to be honest. And that's not to say Armia is an amazing player or that he's there every night, because he's not. I'm just saying he's more involved than Hoffman is, I think, in my personal opinion. I would like to see Armia, if we have to keep him. I think he brings his offensive game and his consistency when he's with fourth line or bottom six players that really allow Amir to do his game along the boards, allow him to get in on those puck battles with hard smash mouth hockey, and just drive with the puck around the perimeter and able to just use his strength in out-muscling opponents and shielding the puck to drive towards the middle. And simpler players, fourth-line guys that go more towards the net are going to force Amir to shoot the puck more, because he has that wicked shot, and he does pass up shooting opportunities way too much, I think. We see how good his wrist shot is and his snap shot is in space. So I think that would suit him well, and at least if he could consistently stay in a bottom six role mostly on the fourth line somehow this next year. I don't know how exactly that's going to pan out with all the moving pieces in the bottom six coming into this season. But if he could, I think he'd really utilize guys that leverage pucks and win puck battles along the boards to his advantage, to be able to jump in there and just drive through around the perimeter and open up space towards the middle of the ice. So yeah, I'd rather buy out Mike Hoffman than Yoel Armia, even though it would probably make more sense number-wise to buy out Armia's contract long term. So yeah, that's that. And then another little note: Chris Weidman. I think, let me look at my notes here. Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent 2024, guys. $762,000 cap hit this year. Honestly, no one's going to pick him up on waivers, I don't think. He's not a guy that you can really trade for. Maybe get a 5th or a 6th round pick for him. Maybe. I think you'd have to go really too far out of the way to try to get those 5th and 6th round picks for him anyways. Probably come in some sort of a package deal. You might be able to just buy him out, just give him the $800K and let him walk. With all the competition we have in defense, if he wasn't signed to this last year on his deal, obviously he wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be re-signing him anyways. So maybe it wouldn't hurt to just buy him out. There's plenty of 7th defenseman guys that are going to be here next year to rotate in and out of the lineup and does what he does. I think that would possibly be a potential buyout candidate. I guess it wouldn't totally be the end of the world if he wasn't bought out, though. You kind of bring him into the lineup against lesser teams. He is a good spokesperson in the locker room, good veteran presence, but really, if he does stick around next year, I hope he's not in the lineup too often, though, to be completely honest. But yeah, those are my thoughts on free agents, trades, buyouts for the summer. Who kind of have a general idea of who's more than likely walking away, who's more than likely going to stay, be re-signed. What the picture's kind of going to look like. It'll be interesting, though. I'm excited to see what's going to go down with Kent Hughes and management this summer. They're going to have a really busy off season, and there's a lot of good problems to have, not just with free agents and trades and buyouts, but competition at the forward level, defense level, with prospects and just everybody we have involved on the starting roster already. Especially in defense, there's just a good level of problems to have as far as the types of defensemen we have at the defense position, really all fighting and jockeying for their roles next year, So we'll see how it all pans out this summer. Yeah, I'm really curious how that Cole Caulfield deal is going to go down. The more as time goes on, the more stressed I'm getting about it. I do want it to just finally get done, So that's that. And yeah, my next episode is probably going to be about Habs prospects, ranking ranking Logan Mailloux, Riley Kidney, Angstrom, Owen Beck, Joshua Wall, all those guys really talking about their game, good and bad things about them. Do I think they have a chance to make the lineup next year? So that'll be an interesting topic. So yeah, I will talk to you guys next time, and subscribe to my channel, please. You really come a long way. It's gonna be a long summer. Can't wait till the Habs come back in September, man. It's watching playoff hockey half-heartedly. Kind of sucks not watching the CH, but I'll talk to you guys next time.